Keep an eye to the sky today. It looks like we could get a couple of rounds, but for the most part, it looks like these are going to be late day storms as far as the severe threat goes. So just one of those things where we could get a quick wave in the early afternoon, but that primary severe threat does look to be after about 6 p.m. So let's break down the timeline of everything that's going on from a weather standpoint today. This is the live radar out there right now. So we are pretty quiet throughout the central Indiana section of the storm system, but this is what we're watching back to our west. We've had a couple of storm clusters, and this is essentially going to be that first wave if it does hold together and impact us here in the central part of the state. This does not look to be that severe threat. Again, that comes in later today. So in the meantime, we've got a couple of hours here that we will remain rain-free as we await the sun coming up over that eastern horizon around 6:45 this morning. We are currently at 73, a dew point of 65, so we're just hanging out with some slightly muggy conditions, but it does look like some clouds will also stick around. So not a bad start to our day. We're going to hang out here in the 70s to get you through the morning. And then as we look ahead at the lunch hour and beyond, we'll increase that cloud cover as temperatures approach the mid 80s for highs today. Looks like our high temperature here in the Indy Metro going to be around 85, 86. Then we get you into the evening tonight. This is that severe outlook for areas basically along and south of I-70, where you see that yellow highlight. That's a level 2 of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center for that potential of some stronger storms set to move in today. So here's the latest timeline on all of this. This first wave that I mentioned that's over in Illinois now will start to push in between now and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Does mainly look to impact the northern half of the state first. Then we get into the evening tonight. Watch this area of low pressure. A lot of this making its way around it, that counterclockwise rotation brings in that next storm system. This is around 5 o'clock today. Notice that these stronger storm cells will start to break apart as we get this into the metro. This will take us all the way through the 10 o'clock hour tonight. Eventually, after about midnight, that severe threat will come to an end. Then we've got some dry hours taking us through the evening and through the first part of the day on Sunday. So as far as your plans this evening, again, I would keep an eye to the sky. It does look like we will get some storms if you were headed up to Ruoff Music Center tonight. Matchbox 20 in town. It's a big show. It does unfortunately look like we're going to have quite a bit of storm activity in the area during that time frame. Then we get you into Sunday, and this humidity factor is not going anywhere. Our muggy meter still going to keep us in that miserable category. That's going to set the scene for another round of some strong to severe storms. This is the setup for Sunday, essentially still watching the southern half of the state for that elevated risk of that severe threat. Here's how this plays out. We'll fast forward through 7 a.m. on Sunday. Still look like we'll hang on to some dry hours through the afternoon as temperatures recover back to the low 80s for highs on Sunday. But then that storm system is going to come in as the sun goes down. This is 10 o'clock. That boundary sets up over in Illinois, moves in during the overnight hours. So that highest threat of severe weather, unfortunately for us, is going to be while a lot of us are sleeping. This is 1 o'clock in the morning. Chuck and I, of course, going to be in early Monday morning with you, just monitoring that storm system as it pushes through. But then once we get into our Monday morning, a lot of that's going to already move out, just going to be left with kind of an unstable atmosphere and that chance of a few lingering scattered showers and storms, as well as some much cooler air. 77 your high there on Monday, 83 as we get into Tuesday. A couple dry days there to get us to the middle part of the week, and overall our temperatures remain pretty close to the average in the mid 80s through the end of the week.